of the season so far? Who are the candidates, and has a certain manager got it already, depending on how the season ends? Is there any wild card shouts? I mean, the obvious name, I think, really is Mikel Arteta, but I think De Zerbi is creeping up the ranks.
He'd be a wild card, I think. Yeah, he'd be a wild card.
If we look
at if we look at the end of the season, he could be up there. If we do qualify for Europe, then him and Arteta maybe the top two potentially.
Any other names you want to brand?
Well, Javi Gracia is in with a sniff. You know, if you're talking about per performance, you know.
Yeah,
Eddie Howe.
Eddie Howe. But you said it yourself. He's slipping away though.
If he does continue, but if they still get a 6th place or a 5th place finish, in my opinion, I'm looking at it.
If they get top 4 and Arteta wins the league,
yeah, it should be. It should be.
Arsenal bottled the league.
What if Arteta finishes 2nd and wins the Europa League, but Eddie Howe gets Spurs into Newcastle into top 4?
Eddie Howe then.
What about?
Because what Arsenal expected to do at the beginning of the season?
Big chance, free kick here for Odegaard, and it's over.
I was going to say for a candidate, I was going to say, what about Eric Ten Hag?
Yeah,
and I'm not saying in terms of like what achievements he's doing or whatever, but the job he's doing at United and what he's had to kind of walk in on. I think a club that's under sale, club that's needed a big culture change. It's Ronaldo saga happened. He's won a cup within that as well. You look at it, they're comfortably 3rd, let's be honest.
After saying that, after what you've just said, I think he definitely deserved a shout and some credit.
Yeah.
When they lost to us and then lost to Brentford, like, you think he was going to be Eric 10 weeks, they were calling him, weren't they?
Literally 10 games.
Yeah, 10 games. And I think he has done a phenomenal job.
And then even like his captain, Harry Maguire, who now isn't part of the squad as well, but he's built that kind of core of Lisandro, Varane, Casemiro in front of them as well.
What a signing
I just think, and some of the signings he's made as well, I think have worked out so brilliantly as well. I think if you're talking candidates,
Stellini, Spurs.
I would have till he got dumped at the cup midweek, and then everyone would start blaming that on Conte. Nah, it was Stellini, bruv. You ain't getting away with that.
I can't believe Conte won Manager of the Month as well. I know we're still gone to the Manager season.
Nasty. That's like, you know when everyone does the coursework and you're just like,
put my name on it.
Yeah,
cool project.
He's been on holiday in Italy, albeit in a hospital, whatever. Yeah, wish you well. But he's somehow managed to win Manager of the Month. So
he's been watching Napoli games and all sorts. He's been chilling on the coast, getting
probably scouting out his next club.
Kvaratskhelia is some player, isn't it? They're talking about Real Madrid. They said his dad's a big Madridista, so he dreams of playing there one day.
Or was it his dad's a Barca fan, but he's the Madridista?
Yeah, that was it. And his uncle said, his uncle got involved and started speaking and said, "Oh no, but he supports Madrid. It's just his dad."
I told you, Fabrizio knows all the family members somehow, doesn't he?
Yeah, man, he does in a way.
Guys,
let us know in the comments what you think. Manager of the season so far.
Another great shout, actually. Let me not forget. Big up Smokes MRM, Marco Silva at Fulham. If we're talking De Zerbi, if we're talking Ten Hag, what he's doing at Fulham, bro, I think everyone had Fulham nailed on to go straight back down.
Yeah, sure.
And what they're doing this year, you look at even the players that they have, Kenny Tete, Mitrovic, these are all almost rejects, if you like. He's got the Renford rejects together and said, "Do you know what, we're going to make a
great show."
Nickelodeon,
We've
come on, man.
About
real
this,
heritage
already.
Come on, man.
Sure, yeah.
Williams remembered that he's Brazilian as well.
The amount of
under
players
Marco
that
Silva.
you're looking at, Andreas Pereira, written off by United. Like, so many players who are written off. And
Paulinho,
we're going to come together. We're going to build something, and you have to give him credit there.
Tim
Ream looks like Sergio Ramos at points this season.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here?
Not just because of the hair,
bro.
The techers as well.
Mamma mia.
Klopp, Ten Hag, a lot of Ten Hag shouts here, by the way. Arteta, Howe and Ten Hag. Some of the names from Max. Maybe Chelsea need to plant trees as well. They're always in a stump. Okay.
That's not bad. You know what? For all the puns that have been going around, that's a good one. I'll give you that.
That was a good one. AGT, where does Firmino go? Spain or Italy? It could be either. You know what? I'd send him to bloody Betis.
He'll go PSG.
That's my Spanish.
Then it's St. Petersburg.
No, don't send him
4 years.
No, actually, he'll go PSG.
Be a Russian legend.
Because he's a selfless guy and he could be used to unlock the rest of these quality players.
I can see that PSG shout.
He could be, to be fair. Chelsea still can't score a goal, saying Paul in the chat. King in the Indies saying Pascal Chimbonda. I think that was the hair chat still from a little bit early on.
Oh no, he shaved his head these days, isn't he?
Is he like is he 10 minutes behind?
Yeah, no, I'm just catching up.
Oh right, what's going on with this Spurs game? Why is it still going on?
Oh yeah, it's a good
There's been
point.
a big
actually.
injury.
6
Yeah,
minutes
there
into
was
injury
the
time
Costa
here.
injury, then there was Ben Davis went down for a period as well. So there's been 8 minutes added on time. So
And a free kick right
like
next
back
to
in the
the
World Cup.
Spurs.
as well, yeah.
Manager of the season is Nathan Jones, saying Tendy item.
I was going to say Nathan Jones and Graham Potter. If we're talking in terms of impact, those have probably had the biggest impact as managers.
in terms of negative impact.
Yeah.
What
Like,
about Thomas Frank?
Flavour of the month. It's nice.
Still good.
Well,
man.
he's done no
Very
good.
good.
It's his second season.
I don't give him credit for the job he's doing. I give him more credit for the fact that he's able to maintain it for the second season.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
Whereas
saying.
I think Brentford are doing what they should be doing.
Oh, it's come off the
No,
bar.
that's not what
free
they should
kick.
be doing.
And Kulusevski with the strike. What a
Not
free
with
kick.
the
That was
money
that a
they've
skip?
spent. That is not what they should be doing. The fact
skip.
that he's managed to keep them this point for a second season in a row, arguably more impressive than Silva. Because to do it for one season when you're an unknown commodity is one thing. To do it for a second season when everyone knows what to expect from you and the pressure starts
With more
gearing
unknown
up.
players as well, you could argue than Fulham as well.
Could argue.
I genuinely don't think that. I think they're overachieving.
I think their
still.
Moneyball system is very good. They're
It
sort of
is
like
very good.
Brighton,
It's
man.
pretty sick.
I don't look at Brentford like they're just
Chance.
any
Oh,
relegation
that's
team that
poor.
got promoted. They're actually got a plan and a system in place, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Exactly,
Like-
but that also goes down to the manager as well. He's a big part
Whereas
of that.
Fulham, I think when they came up, I didn't look at them like Brentford. They had a plan. I looked at Fulham like, these guys again. They're going back down. But then you look at the job they've done. You look at how their players have performed. I don't know. I'd give it to Silva over Frank. But I'm not. That's not to say what Frank has done is not good.
The
I just
interesting
wouldn't
thing will
Frank
be
Lampard could be
when Brentford lose Tony, inevitably, surely. Well, like, how do they deal with that? Because he is obviously their talisman.
Do they lose him
they've
to
got
a
a
top
couple
six
of other
club or to
guys that have come
HMP?
in,
With
though.
San Mbembo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're not like the
Consistent
big
like that,
strikers
yeah.
like Tony.
Yeah, no, he's going to be a big miss, isn't
Wow, look at the XG for
You can
Wolves.
bet on that, AGT.
That is the first time I've ever seen a zero
he? That one went
XG.
over your head.
Yeah, it did.
What?
I said you can bet on Ivan Tony being a big miss. for-
Yeah, you can.
Went
yeah.
over your head like a sleeveless jumper.
Oh no.
Well, listen, you've got to listen out, haven't you? It's a great free kick, to be fair, from Tottenham. Who was it? It was Pedro Porro.
Pedro
Yeah.
Porridge.
Pedro Porro.
Finally got a free kick taker who isn't Harry Kane.
Another pun.
No.
PPP equals PPP. We had that on
Poor
before.
planning leads to piss poor performance.
There you go. Well, it's
Ooh,
actually
5Ps.
poor planning.
That's what I said.
Sorry.
Exactly what I
I
said.
take, so I'm down one. We'll
You're
go
down
one.
bad.
Down
Look
bad.
at that, John Jones, mate. The return of the goat. I'm
He's coming back.
very
to UFC
excited for
tonight.
that. Yeah, big
Yeah,
fan.
Johnny
probably
Bones.
is the GOAT, really, when you think of what he's achieved in the sport.
Yeah.
Half time then
chance.
confirmed now at Wolves. It's 0-0 between Tottenham and Wolves. Bromley 1, Notts County 0. That's half time in the National League. It's half time in all the games in the 3 o'clock kickoffs in the Premier League. We're asking you, who is the manager of the season so far? Is there going to be a name that maybe pops out that we haven't mentioned so far as well? Who knows? But to round that off, I will go for it to be announced at the end of the season that the manager of the season will be.
Come on, there's only one name.
Jurgen Norbert.
Certainly not Jurgen Klopp, that's for sure.
I think it's Arteta.
Do you think he gets
think
it
it's
even
Arteta.
if they finish second, Arteta?
No.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
If they
could
win
do.
Europa League as well.
It's a poison
No.
chalice.
I don't
isn't
think
it,
they
finishing
cover that, but
second?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because if someone said to them at the start of the season, "Do you want to finish second?" Yeah, 100%.
Cool.
But because you've been so far ahead, if you
I think
throw
there's
it
still
away
a shout
now,
if he does finish
matters.
second.
Context matters. I'm sorry.
It does.
Yeah, kind of like finishing third in a two-horse race, you know?
Huh?
Kind of like finishing third in a two-horse race, you know? You can
Sorry,
call that an achievement
who
all
are
you
those
want, but
shots
that's pretty poor.
What's this?
The only side I've seen finish third in a two-horse race. This man over here. And what's this? Style. What it is.
You look like me after I leave
More
Boomtown.
class
mate.
than your local secondary school.
How do you know?
But the manager of the season is Arteta for me. Nailed on. They will win the league. They'll win it in style. And
Like yourself.
Yeah, like myself. And
Hopefully a bit better
they will
than
do
that.
it. Arteta for me. What he's done at Arsenal, like I said, the way he's managed to lead that team, the way he's managed to cultivate that squad who for the past few years really didn't look... I mean, they looked further than Man United away from winning a title. And you talk about the job Ten Hag's done. What Arteta's done is he usurps that even for me.
You look a bit like